Let's bring in New Jersey Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew, a member of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, welcome.
Always good to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, sir. So just 38 new laws signed into law by President Trump. In fairness to you guys, much of his legislative wish list was crammed in the big, beautiful bill. What are your hopes for 2026 in the House of Representatives?
Well, first of all, let me say there was a lot in the big, beautiful bill. And again, it's our job in 2026 not to focus on a few things here. Number one, it's important what happens in Ukraine. It's important what happens in Gaza. But you know what's real important to me right now? What happens in America? What happens to the American people? Can they move forward? Can they pay their bills? Can they take care of what they want to do? Many members have really good, smaller bills that could be passed and could be done. I think that should be a priority. And then I think we need to tell a story because it's going to happen this year we're going into of, low taxes on tips, on overtime, the fact that 85% of seniors are not going to be paying any taxes on their Social Security, the fact you can go out and buy a new car for the first time in decades and be able to write off your interest payments. The list goes on and on. Our job is to pass laws, is to stop bad laws from being passed, and most importantly, making sure the American people know what's going on. Get out on the street, talk to people.
Congress is facing another government funding deadline in January. Congressman Eric Swalwell and some of his colleagues are talking about the possibility of another government shutdown. I want to play Congressman Swalwell on the Obamacare subsidies, and I'll ask you to react.
The mandate now, the majority of the House of Representatives wants to put these subsidies in place so that Americans can pay less for health care. So it's now on the Speaker, when we reconvene in just a couple days, whether he will put this up for a vote.
What is your response, Congressman?
Shame on them, shame on him, two separate issues. Yes, I believe we do have to do something with the subsidies. Obamacare is awful, but for 1 year more, and we have a good bill on one of the co-sponsors. It's bipartisan with Kiggins and Gottheimer, where we can continue for a year and then get rid of Obamacare and move on to something much better. But we do need to do that. However, that has nothing to do with keeping government open. They want to shut government down because they want chaos. They want problems. They are hurting the American people that are relying on paychecks. They're hurting the American people whose costs are going to go up because when you shut government down, it's very expensive, and they're going to feel that with more inflation and even a tougher cost of living. Shame on the Democrats for doing that. If that happens every single day, at least once a day, maybe twice a day, we as Republicans should vote on keeping the government open. Shutdowns are bad. They accomplish nothing except hurting the American people.
Congressman, we're expecting some breaking news out of Mar-a-Lago. I want to get your quick reaction to the discussions between President Trump and Zelensky, and are you hopeful of a deal?
Well, I give him credit. Joe Biden just said no matter how long it takes and no matter how much it costs. That's not an answer to peace. So the answer is everybody's got to give a little bit. They do need some security without a doubt in Ukraine. We need to push Russia back, but they're going to have to make some concessions in Ukraine as well. And I believe that they will at the end of the day for that security. We need to get that done. We need to get Gaza straightened out. And damn it, we need to get back on the streets of America, talking to our people. We have midterms coming up, and we need to make sure the people know what's at stake. We can go backwards or forwards. I want to go forwards to a better America.
We expect to be going to Mar-a-Lago for some breaking news here momentarily, but I want to continue speaking with you, sir. We're seeing a whole lot of retirements in the House of Representatives and the Senate, at least 44, I believe, on the House side, 10 in the Senate. Is that because things are so polarized now and it's tough to get deals across the finish line?
Years ago, they used to say being in Congress was like being in the gentleman's club. I don't know because I wasn't there then. But I will tell you, it is not. You're living out of a suitcase. It is bare knuckle, brass knuckle, politics. This is real tough fist fighting. I mean, this is no joke. And I don't want to fight. And there are things where we can come together. And I will always make that effort. But the bottom line is it's about your vision of America. Honestly, sincerely, Democrats have a different vision. They don't like America that most of us like, that most of us know, that most of us believe in. And they want to fundamentally, structurally change it in every single way. And it's called globalism. I believe in American exceptionalism. We're the engine. We're driving the train. We are the best country on the face of the earth. That's what it's all about. But people have to feel it, and you've got to help them in their pocketbooks, and they're going to see some of this, and we need to do some more. That's priority number one. Help the American people.
We are showing our audience a live shot from Mar-a-Lago where two podiums are set up. We expect to hear from President Trump and President Zelensky. So let me ask you one more about Ukraine. How is that issue playing in your district in the great state of New Jersey?
Well, people certainly want to see Ukraine be okay. They don't like when a belligerent, country such as Russia just comes in and tries to take land. By the way, a couple lessons here. Russia's not nearly as strong as some people thought because Ukraine, with help, but still Ukraine's been holding them off. So most of all, though, people want to get it done. They want to focus on our country, our people, our economy, their cost of living.
And are you hopeful of getting some stuff done in 2026, despite the fact that it is an election year?
Yes, I am. We're going to push hard. We're going to work hard. We're going to do what it takes. Remember, we prevented a lot of bad stuff, and the big, beautiful bill had many, many bills in it.
Congressman Jeff Van Drew, thank you very much. We will bring you to that press conference live when it begins. Congressman, great to see you. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you, and it's Merry Christmas still, and a happy, healthy, blessed New Year to everyone in the greatest country ever on the face of the earth, the United States of America.
Amen. Thanks, Congressman.
Thank you.